Session 284, Chapter 2, Verse 257. God is the ally of those who believe. He brings them out of the depths of darkness and into the light. As for the disbelievers, their allies are the power of evil, who will take them from the light into the depths of darkness. They are the inhabitants of the fire, and there they will remain. Chapter 2, Verse 257. Allah is the ally of any person who rejects the powers of evil and believes in God. This is a direct benefit of the faith Allah described in the previous verse. He says, "Whoever rejects the powers of evil and believes in God has grasped the firmest handhold, one that will never break." In other words, if you are faithful, Allah will be right there by your side. The word ally is translated from the Arabic origin wali. The word wali has many derivatives, such as welaya and mawla. In general, it refers to something that closely follows something else, or comes right after it without any separation. It means that the two parties are closely related. When you are in trouble, you lean on the closest one to you. If you are walking with your best friend and you trip, your friend's hand instinctively reaches out to break your fall. Your friend is usually the first one you would call for help. When it comes to Allah, however, you do not even need to ask. Allah is fully aware of your condition, your needs, and your vulnerabilities. Do you remember how God ended the previous verse? He says, "God is all-hearing and all-knowing." Those who believe receive God's help without the need to call out for Him, as He is the all-hearing, all-knowing. The words wali and mawla hold another meaning. They refer to someone who governs and overlooks the affairs of others. Historically, the word wali was used as a title for the governor of a city. Mawla is sometimes used to address a master and sometimes to address a servant. The two meanings are complementary because a master is there to aid a servant in trouble, and the servant is there to follow the master's lead. Take note that Allah offered His aid to those who believe as a group, not as individuals. This is because all the believers should share one faith and one outlook. God says, "Hold fast to God's rope altogether. Do not split into factions. Remember God's favor to you. You were enemies, and then He brought your hearts together, and you became brothers by His grace. You were about to fall into a pit of fire, and He saved you from it." In this way, God makes His revelations clear to you so that you may be rightly guided. Let there be a community among you who call to the good and enjoin the right and forbid the wrong. They are the ones who have success. And do not be like those who, after they have been given clear revelation, split into factions and fall into disputes. A terrible punishment awaits such people. Chapter 3, verses 103 through 105. What is the benefit of God's guardianship? The answer comes in multiple levels. The guardianship of Allah started when He provided humanity with the clearest evidence of His lordship. He sent us prophets and messengers. He gave us scriptures and instilled signs in every creation. Allah did not leave you wandering aimlessly. He brought the evidence right to your doorstep. Then, after you believed, He became your ally and supporter. Allah loves you, responds to your prayers in a manner most appropriate for your condition. He says, "God has increased the guidance of those who follow the right path and given them piety and protection from sin." Chapter 47, verse 17. When a conflict arises between the faithful and their enemies, God is with the faithful. Lastly, and most importantly, Allah is your ally in the hereafter. The All-Merciful will reward you in full for your efforts, and then increase you more. God's guardianship is present in all stages of life. Is there a better ally than this? Allah is your guardian and ally through evidence before faith. He is your ally in support against your enemies during faith. And in the hereafter, Allah is your ally with love and mercy. The verse continues, God is the ally of those who believe. He brings them out of the depths of darkness and into the light. God brings the believers out of the darkness of ignorance into the light of faith. Darkness, whether material or spiritual, obstructs your vision and blunts your senses, making you unable to find your way. As for the disbelievers, their allies are the power of evil who take them from the light into the depths of darkness, and they are the inhabitants of the fire, and there they will remain. Here the phrase, the power of evil who take them from the light into the depths of darkness, makes you wonder, were the disbelievers guided by the light before they were misguided? Or is the verse referring to those who were prevented from seeing the light of God to begin with? We answered that both meanings apply to the verse under study. Let's explain using two examples. In the first example, a friend may say to you, "Did you not know that my father took me out of his will?" Meaning that your friend was included in the father's inheritance until the father removed him from the will. Likewise, the phrase, the power of evil who take them from the light into the depths of darkness, is referring to people who saw the light of God and then decided to leave it for worldly desires. For the second example, listen to the following verse narrating the words of Prophet Joseph, peace be upon him. Indeed, I left behind the creed of the people who have no faith in Allah and who disbelieve in the hereafter. Chapter 12, verse 37. Was our prophet Joseph amongst the disbelievers and then left to embrace faith? No, he was never of the disbelieving people. These people were all around him, but he rejected their ways and chose the religion of Abraham. The expression, I left behind the creed of the people who have no faith in Allah, reflects how Prophet Joseph exercised his freedom of choice. Likewise, the phrase, the power of evil who take them from the light into the depths of darkness, is referring to people who never saw the light of God to begin with. The verse continues, as for the disbelievers, their allies are the power of evil who take them from the light into the depths of darkness. In the previous session, we explained in detail the meanings of the power of evil, or taghut, from Satan to dictators, sorcerers, and corrupt clergymen. God says, verily, you and those you worship other than God will be fuel for hell, and come to it you will. Chapter 21, verse 98. May God protect you and me from this punishment.
The messenger said, My Lord, my people treat this Quran as something to be ignored. Chapter 25, verse 30. Do not abandon God's book. Please take a moment to subscribe and to share with your family and friends. Visit us at www.QURANGARDEN.com.